What's up, it's your boy Vaughn, another reaction. In today's video, we have Sex, Drugs, and Kung Fu, Bruce Lee's Tragic End by Ming. But I've been wanting to react to this video for a while, so this shit just been in my watch later, bro. I just never got to it. Ming? So you Asian? Ming. Stories are brilliant and flawed. Yeah, every man got their vices, gang. Every man got their vices. You know what I'm saying? I already know it's a good video. This shit, your videos get 200K views and shit. You know what the fuck?
Tell us your name, your age, and where you were born.
My last name is Lee, Bruce Lee. I was born in San Francisco in 1940. I'm 24 right now.
Bruce Lee gave us a lot.
I said, empty your mind.
He gave us fights like this, 1-inch punches, 2-finger push-ups, and the foundations of
God damn.
modern MMA.
Bruce Lee was the first true mixed martial artist. He realized there's so many different ways to fight, and
But them white niggas love Joe Rogan and Bruce Lee.
the style is having no
I
style.
do not believe in styles anymore. In forms, shapeless, like water.
And that philosophy became mixed martial arts.
But from the moment Lee became famous with this fight, his career lasted just 21 months, tarnished by fame, drug troubles, and an end that raises questions.
Are you satisfied with the official?
Yeah, his death still suspicious. A lot of conspiracy theories. They said the Chinese government took him out or something because he gave up the techniques, fighting techniques.
reasons given for your
That's one
brother's
of the
death?
conspiracy
Yes
theories.
and no. Knowing Hong Kong myself with so many weird people, especially Bruce's friends, some of them. It's just like a mystery to me too, in a way.
Hi, I'm Ming. I explore brilliant, flawed people
Oh, you Asian.
and their work. And the ultimately inspiring story of Bruce Lee starts with a gang fight.
Bruce kind of grew up as a violent kid, and he was always involved in fights and things like that. And one day he and his buddy was in a restaurant eating, and after the meal they came out and they were surrounded by a rival gang somehow. They got into a fight, and luckily at that point in time we had a driver at home, and he came in the right time, right place, and the gang, seeing the car approaching, they just fled.
And Bruce, to protect himself in the future, starts to learn Kung Fu.
Yes, when he was 13 years old. He started with Ip Man, Chinese instructor.
Ip Man, who will later be famously portrayed by Donnie Yen, is a master of Wing Chun Kung Fu. Wing Chun focuses on protecting the center line, the straight path between you and your opponent, then attacking along it. Movements are short and responsive to the opponent. And according to Bruce, Professor Ip Man would come up to me and say, relax and calm your mind. Forget about yourself and follow the opponent's movement. Above all, learn the art of detachment. However, Bruce, as an aggressive kid, struggles. I gave up and went sailing alone in a junk. On the sea, I thought of my past training and got mad at myself and punched the water. A thought suddenly struck me. Wasn't this water the essence of Kung Fu?
Water is the softest substance in the world, but yet it can penetrate the hardest rock or anything. You cannot grasp hold of it.
Yeah, when you pressure water, that shit could cut through anything. That shit could cut through your foot. A rock is for real.
You cannot punch it and hurt it. So every Kung Fu man is trying to do that. To be soft like water and flexible and adapt itself to the opponent.
While Lee's philosophy will be refined as an adult, as a kid he's placed on a police list of juvenile delinquents. He's expelled from Catholic school for pulling a knife on his PE teacher, and at 18,
God, that nigga was a demon as a child. Demon baby. What the fuck? That nigga was nutty as hell as a kid.
After another gang fight, his mother sends him away.
And when did you leave Hong Kong?
1959, when I was 18.
Arriving in Seattle. In Washington, Lee is housed by a friend of his parents, their restaurateur, Ruby Chow. He works in her restaurant, teaches cha-cha dancing at her group for Chinese girls, and embraces American life so much that he even gets circumcised because, quote, it's what they do in America. I'm American, I want to look the part.
And you went
Bro, what the
to college in the United States?
Yes,
And what did you study?
philosophy.
While at the University of Washington,
Yeah, Ming, you kind of look like that nigga, Ming.
Lee teaches Junfan Kung Fu, or Bruce Lee Kung Fu, to students of his own. His style, which evolves into Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist, uses close-range Wing Chun, with added techniques from boxing, wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu, and Chinese styles like praying mantis.
I do not believe in styles anymore. I do not believe that there is such thing as Chinese way of fighting or Japanese way of fighting. Basically, we have only 2 hands and 2 feet. If you just say, well, here I am, as a human being, how can I express myself? Totally and completely. You won't create a style, because style is a
You was an amazing speaker. Hang on.
crystallization. It's a process of continuing growth.
And for this reason, the Chinese martial arts community doesn't like Lee.
There was the thing about loyalty in martial arts. A lot of kung fu practitioners, they don't want you practicing karate. They only want you going to a kung fu place. What Bruce Lee said is use everything that's useful. And that philosophy eventually became mixed martial arts. Bruce Lee was the first true mixed martial artist because he was the first true guru that was shouting it from the top of the hills. To use everything that's useful from all styles and put it together. But that was really frowned upon. People would go after you. If you disrespected Kung Fu, you were disrespecting their art, which was literally like a religion.
Which is worsened by the fact that Lee accepts white students and black students like James DeMille.
My experience with Bruce was as a street fighter. It was a fight between 2 people, and whoever was standing would win. Well, Bruce, 135 against Jim DeMille, 225, Ed Hart, 240, 250, professional boxer, kill you with either hand. Bruce could beat us all. And I don't mean it would be a struggle. I mean, he could beat us all and we didn't have a chance. I tried to hit him. I tried to knock
what the fuck?
him out. We tried to hurt this kid because he was always embarrassing us in demonstrations and just in general.
According to Amy Sanbo,
Yeah, that nigga Bruce Lee was a real life Baki kid. He was Baki. You know, Baki 5'6", but he beat up on big niggas.
Lee's college girlfriend, he had a pure gift for movement. I'm horribly addicted to talent, she writes, and Bruce was a kinetic genius. When Bruce asks Amy to marry him, however, she declines, and Bruce meets someone else.
That what the fuck? What? Imagine you get on one knee, you ask a girl to marry you, and she declined. Like what? No, I'm good.
Have you ever been married? Are you married? Oh, yes. I got 2 kids. What is your wife's name? Linda. Linda. Is she Chinese or American? American.
As you'll see, when Bruce becomes famous, his fidelity won't last, and even now, his celebrity is growing. In 1964, Lee founds a Junfan Kung Fu school in Oakland. He takes on a student, Bob Baker, who he will later cast in Fist of Fury, and who, as you'll see, will become Lee's drug dealer. In the early days, however, Bruce and Bob attend the Long Beach International Karate Championships. Using Bob, Bruce demonstrates his 1-inch punch, then his 2-finger push-ups, and in a separate demonstration, Wing Chun-style Chi Sao drills, which draw the attention of an audience member.
I gave a demonstration. And at that time, William Doshi was the bad man and saw it. So signed me up, and I think it's
Bruce is cast as Kato in the Green Hornet series, and as you can see from bits like this, the fights can feel somewhat constipated. Still, the show is successful, so Bruce and the Green Hornet are cast in 3 Batman crossover episodes, including one where Bruce beats up Robin.
God damn.
While Bruce's kicks are epic, his English isn't.
When I first arrived in the United States, and I look at a Caucasian, and I really would not know whether he was putting me on or is he really angry because we have different way of reacting to it. See, those are the difficult things, you see.
Because of this, Lee's words are generally capped at 2 syllables and used to set up the Hornet's exposition.
And I have a feeling that Batman and Robin are going to be on our tails tonight, making our task that much more tricky.
How so?
Well, to the world at large, they're known as the Caped Crusaders, fearless crime fighters. Whereas, due to the nature of our operation, the same world at large looks on us as criminals. Only a very few no different.
Sure does sound tricky.
The Green Hornet doesn't launch Bruce as an action star. However, it does bring him celebrity clients like James Garner, Roman Polanski, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who all want to learn Kung Fu.
Of all your students, who adapted best to this oriental form of exercise and defense?
As a fighter, Steve McQueen, that son of a gun, got the toughness in him. He would say, all right,
damn, nigga.
Baby, here I am, man. And he'll do it.
Yeah.
Now, James Coburn is a peace-loving man. He appreciates the philosophical part of it.
From Lee's tapes with Coburn, you can see just how much he loves teaching.
Now the foot at the ending position in impact is kind of dangling a little bit. Watch it now. Right? Watch this now. In slow motion. Bum and bum. Here we go. And 2 and 3. Now you are more in control now.
He is paying me to show him, in combative form, the art of expressing the human body.
Through his teaching network, Bruce is then cast as a martial arts teacher in the show Longstreet. And for the first time, he's playing himself.
When I count to 3, exhale strongly. I'll be kicking you. Okay? Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
Now, what is this thing you do?
In Cantonese, 截拳道, the way of the intercepting fist.
Intercepting fist, huh?
Or foot. Come on, touch me. Any way you can. Your attack offers me an opportunity to intercept you. In this case, I'm using my longest weapon, my sidekick, against the nearest target, your kneecap.
Despite Longstreet's success, however, major studios are reluctant to cast Bruce as an action lead.
They think that business-wise, it's a risk. And I don't blame them. I mean, if a foreigner come and became a star, if I were the man with the money, I probably would have my own worry of whether or not the acceptance would be there. But that's all right, because if you honestly express yourself, it doesn't matter.
So that's what Bruce does. He returns to Hong Kong and makes a film that will change his life. In The Big Boss, Lee uncovers a heroin smuggling operation at an ice factory, then destroys it in a series of fights. He fights henchmen, then the son of the Big Boss, and finally the boss himself, Xiaomi, played by Han Ying-che.
To me, a motion picture is motion. You gotta keep the dialogue down to the minimum.
In the fight,
I just tried to kick like Bruce Lee, bro. That shit painful.
Lee uses Wing Chun style stopping hand blocks, but also theatrical foot fighting and a lift that reflects American stage wrestling. In Lee's kicks, you'll notice he almost always kicks right foot forward.
So almost 80% of his strikes were with the front leg and the front hand. Because he felt if you were right-handed, that's your most powerful punch. If you're right leg, that's the most powerful kick. And since the left hand was weaker, he would put the left hand back for more power. Pound for pound, he's like the hardest puncher you would ever meet.
And then of course,
This little nigga was that strong, 135 pounds.
Kung Fu is very sneaky. You know the Chinese, they always hit low. From high, go back to the ground. There is the finger jab. There is the punch. There is the...
This an amazing fight scene, by the way, gang. I ain't gonna lie. They fighting their ass off.
back fist and then low. Of course, then they use leg. Straight at the groin, or come up.
After Lee uses just about every attack he's learned, the scene climaxes with this creative sequence. Me throws the knife, but Lee kicks it back, then finishes me with his fingers. And yeah, it's over the top, but that's Bruce Lee.
And suddenly, on the strength of one picture, you become a superstar. Everybody knows you. You get mobbed in the streets.
But from the moment Bruce makes it, his career and life would only last 21 more months.
Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a superstar here or one in the States or both?
Well, first of all, the word superstar really turned me off because the word star. Man, it's an illusion. You should look upon oneself as an actor, man.
Let's get back to the question.
Okay.
Are you going to stay in Hong Kong and be famous? Or are you going to go to the United States and be famous? Or are you going to try and eat your cake and have it too?
Through his next film, Bruce will certainly have his cake, but he also has a mission.
I have already made up my mind that in the United States, I think something about the Oriental, the true Oriental should be shown.
In Fist of Fury, released in the US as The Chinese Connection, Lee plays a kung fu student whose master is killed by a Japanese dojo, which leads to another revenge mission.
Whenever you're ready, I'll take on any Japanese here.
Like in The Big Boss, Lee starts by rinsing underlings. In moments
God damn, my nigga.
Like this, his gaze almost slows down time.
The water can flow
before he attacks with speed.
Or it can crash.
This is a refreshing change to other single-speed, action-crazed martial arts movies. However, in Fist of Fury, the fights are clearly one-sided. Bruce utterly embarrasses the...
I just tried to do a damn side kick. I can only do front kicks, my nigga. I tried to do a side kick, bro, and that shit hurt. I can't do that.
Japanese master, and later ends Petrov, the Russian.
Yeah, that spinning kick, I can't do that, son. I'm a damn 10 my league.
Played by Bob Baker, with a swift kick to the head and karate chop to the neck. But Bruce won't get away with this when he works with Chuck Norris.
I'd seen his first two movies. I said, the guys you fight don't even have a
Rest in peace. Them white niggas love Chuck Norris.
chance. I mean, they don't even touch you, you know? And he said, no, we'll make this a seesaw battle. And so we made it fight back and forth, and it became a classic.
Before The Way of the Dragon's final fight, Norris makes it clear he wants to be respected.
No, I was a professional fighter. I fought professionally. Kicking the bag is one thing. Getting in the ring and having someone kicking back at you is a whole different story.
Hey, I know. Believe me.
In the scene, Lee and Norris do their warm-ups, which for Lee borders on contortion. A cat then signals the start of the fight. And unlike previous films, the first few sequences go to Norris. He floors Bruce with a spinning hook kick. And then another, before Bruce finally lands some kicks to the balls.
Damn.
With both men tired, the action gets brutally scrappy. And when all is done, Bruce like...
But bro, you know the script there, right? Like why this nigga commentated on this shit like this a real fight or something? Nigga commentating this like this a UFC fight. Like
is Norris down and covers him out of respect. When released, The Way of the Dragon makes $130 million against a $130,000 budget. But Bruce...
Damn, that butcher was that low? And it made that much? Damn.
Is entering a spiral. Before we start, I should say this section gets a little dark. I promise the video gets lighter by the end, so if you want more stories like this, subscribe.
Gang, you promoted your channel 2 times already, gang. We get it, Ming.
Your father warned you about the bad things in show business.
Yes.
Have you met them too?
Of course. Of course. Let me put it this way. To be honest, I am not as bad as some of them.
But I definitely am not saying that I am a saint.
In 2021, Bob Baker's daughter lists her father's mementos up for auction. These include over 40 letters from Bruce to Bob, which generate $462,000 in combined sales and document Lee's requests for drugs. This letter discreetly asks for Fine C and Coca-Cola, with notes to be cool about the package and ensure.
God damn, you could barely. That's cursive, right? You can barely understand the fuck nigga writing.
Quality, man. But by late 1972, Lee makes orders plainly. He asks for 1
fancy ass writing.
Coke,
handwriting,
2 acid, and 3 hash or grass. And in another is stoned as hell, but I'm working on the upcoming character. Some coke would help in the formation of what I want to create. And
damn, that nigga was fiending for some coke. Bob was this nigga plug. Nigga asking for coke about 3 times. Nigga was fiending for that blow. Nigga fiending for that white.
that creation is Enter the Dragon. It's Bruce's first film in English, the first co-production between a Hong Kong film company and an American studio, and by the start of filming, Bruce isn't in a good state.
The very first scene we shot is the scene where he's in his room and Anna Capri parades in all these girls for him to pick a girl. Because we figured it would be easier scene, he didn't have to move. And he was a wreck. I mean, if you look at the scene carefully, I mean, you can see his mouth is trembling. I mean, he was just so anxious and nervous.
By the fighting scenes, Bruce appears more like himself. He fights Sammo Hung in open finger sparring glove. Initially, Lee wanted the fight to be full contact, and as you can see from the BTS, he does make contact in this kick to Bob's upper chest, in this kick to the balls, which is clearer in slow motion, and finally in this side kick, where Bruce really breaks Bob's rib, as well as the arms of these 2 extras who Bob lands on. Unfortunately for those guys, this isn't even the take that's used in the film. That would be this take, which is also full contact. Beyond this, the production ends with no major injuries, but later, while recording dialogue replacements at Orange Sky Golden Harvest Studio, Bruce collapses. He's rushed to hospital and diagnosed with cerebral edema, or brain swelling. Afterward, Bruce admits he had eaten some Nepalese hash shortly before the episode, and makes a recovery. Next time, however, will be different. It's 7 p.m. July 20, 1973. Bruce is with producer Raymond Chow at the apartment of Betty Ting. Betty is an actress in Hong Kong dramas and Bruce's current mistress. In this vein, she follows Bruce's Way of the Dragon co-star Nora Miao, German actress Thorda Sprant, and former ballerina Sharon Farrell. At Betty's, however, Bruce is, according to the official story, working. He's discussing his next film, Game of Death, when he starts feeling a headache. Betty gives him a pill, a painkiller called Equagesic, and Bruce lays down. Next, Raymond Chow leaves for a dinner with George Lazenby, expecting Bruce to come later, but when later comes, Bruce does not. So Chow returns to Betty's and finds Bruce unresponsive. At 10 p.m., Betty summons her doctor. The doctor fails to resuscitate Bruce, so he is ambulanced to hospital, where he's declared dead on arrival, aged just 32. Given the circumstances, no theory about what truly happened is definitive.
I don't want to ask a hurtful question now, but are you satisfied?
So, yeah, it's a lot of conspiracy about his death. I don't know. Like, they drugged him, or was it just his drug use? Because nigga was doing coke and shit that killed him. Like,
Satisfied with the official reasons given for
it's like you don't want to be famous, and well, you don't want to be Hollywood famous with them elites, my nigga. You don't want to be around them.
your brother's death, Robert?
Yes and no. I have seen the autopsy report, and officially, he really did die of edema of the brain, which you just stated. But knowing Hong Kong myself, with so many different people all kinds of weird people, and especially Bruce's friends, some of them. It's just like a mystery to me too, in a way.
And this mystery,
Yeah, they don't believe it.
when Enter the Dragon is released, only grows Bruce's legend.
I remember I lived in Hollywood and we drove past the Grauman's Chinese Theater and there was a line for Enter the Dragon. But I realized the line wasn't for the show in half an hour. The line was for the show in 2.5 hours. So I was flabbergasted.
Bruce Lee, his best picture, Enter the Dragon.
While Bruce never wanted to be a superstar, in a way, that's what he became.
The martial arts movies got their first and still biggest star, Bruce Lee.
He burned with an intensity and brightness we've never seen before. Completely changed fighting. And in under 2 years, achieved his mission of making the Oriental and martial arts as a whole mainstream.
Do you still think of yourself Chinese, or do you ever think of yourself as North American?
You know what I want to think of myself? As a human being. Under the sky, under the heaven, man, there is but one family. It just so happened, man, that people are different.
If you liked this, you'll love Jackie Chan's stories about working with Bruce, or these fights that launched.
Yeah, make sure like, comment, subscribe, and the more deuces. At least we got Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan kind of asshole.